Hey, this is the Not So Critical Update, and today we're talking about TikTok being banned in Texas, as well as exactly what Mike would do to keep it, John's hatred of all things tracking, and we finish up with a teaser of my upcoming rap to be performed on TikTok.
Before on TikTok? All right.
Yeah.
And we're bringing back the Not So Critical Update now.
Oh, come on, Mike. Just get on with it, all right? Cue episode. So TikTok got banned from the University of Texas campus on cybersecurity concerns. Is that correct grammar? I don't think it is. It doesn't sound right to me. Or is that like US
think,
grammar?
Yeah, it's the basis on which it was banned was cybersecurity concerns. That's kind of the formal version of that sentence.
I don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah, me neither.
It's Bloomberg. I'm sure they got it right. What do you think? Do you think that TikTok should be banned, first of all? Like, is it that bad?
Mike, you want to
go? Okay, Mike.
So I think we've talked about this before. I think that TikTok, I think any infinite scrolling app, specifically app, is very troublesome.
Because it's so awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, can I read out some of the things?
No.
That Mike wrote on Discord. So I put it up. I was like, "We want to talk about TikTok," and he's like, "I'm so bored about TikTok. I want to talk about it." And I was like, "Wait, I thought you were down with the TikTok." And he said, "Yeah, I love it. I would mail the Chinese government my actual passport if it allowed me to keep using it. I would chop off my fingers to send them the prints, and I would." This is slightly counterproductive. Gouge out my eyes for them to use for retinal scans. And then he realized that, oh no, hang on, then I wouldn't be able to use TikTok. Okay, maybe give them my PIN numbers instead. All right, Mike, we get it. Jesus Christ.
You're really drinking the TikTok Kool-Aid.
I was trying to think of something that they might not already know about me.
Wow.
Well, see, that's the thing that got me was when I heard about this, I looked into, I did a quick search for TikTok stuff, and I found a thing about them recording facial expressions, and figuring out your mood, and use that for tracking purposes. Which seems, but I had this like, oh my god, that sounds horrible and horrendous. Oh yeah, no, that's sort of in line with TikTok. And then it was like, actually, any company that if they could get that information would want it and use it. So then it was like, oh, it's just normal surveillance capitalism, isn't it? I mean,
So this is my question. Go ahead, John. Then I'll ask my question.
I was just going to say I was just going to agree with Peter and say it's just like consumer surveillance, like, privatized.
So just for fun, industry. Who do you think knows more about you? Chinese government, Silicon Valley, or the U.S. government?
Or Pornhub. Okay, U.S. government. All right, yep.
Really?
Pornhub falls in the category of Silicon Valley, I would say.
Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So I actually think it depends on who you are.
I'm not a Pornhub fan right now. So make very clear that it's not. I don't think that is actually a realistic answer.
Not what their next data breach says.
Do you have your prawn license, Peter? Anyway, I think it depends on who you are. Me, probably the U.S. government, actually, specifically the U.S. government. If Mike, I actually don't think the U.S. government has as much data on, because I'm a U.S. immigrant.
Yeah, you're an immigrant.
Yeah, but I emigrated. I think it's U.S. immigrant, isn't it? Isn't that the proper?
You'd be an Israeli immigrant, a U.S. immigrant.
I'm not from Israel, Mike.
Let me keep guessing.
So, okay, got it. Yeah, sorry, my English is my third language.
What are the other two?
Because I'm an immigrant.
No, I was going to do a really bad impression of it.
Nope. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to squeeze out is, because I had to move here, I had to go through the United States Department of Homeland Security and do a bunch of stuff for them, like provide them with a bunch of things, biometrics, like eye scans, pictures, everything, and a bunch of personal details.
Yeah, that's like TikTok's got that, probably.
So I feel like, well, I don't think so. I don't think TikTok's got my fingerprints.
I wonder if it's... that they know more about you, or that they've more openly collected more about you. Like, I was in the military. They've got DNA, everything about my medical history.
Right.
I'm sure they're scooping up all the phone calls, and every time I pass through surveillance at NSA or NSA at an airport, TSA,
yeah.
sorry. Probably almost certainly the same thing.
Yeah, I would love a peek inside to see what the United States Customs and Border Protection, like what they can see, because they ask you questions like, how long were you gone for? And I always, when they ask that, I'm always like, can't you see that? Like, can't you just look and see when I left? So it's fairly interesting. Maybe they're asking to see if I lie.
Yeah,
They can see what the truth is, and they'll be like, let's see if he's a liar.
So I think. Sorry, John. I'm going to cut you off there.
Where are you muted, Mike?
Oh yeah, no, we can't hear you, Mike.
No, we hear.
That's
he's
right.
back.
I wasn't saying anything interesting.
This is a smooth recording, I have to say.
I know.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's
Go
like
right into
it's
it.
just a straight line, no hiccups, nothing. But
Well, they don't know.
okay.
The audience doesn't know that I wasted 45 minutes of our time trying to get my stupid internet to work.
Right. Well, we don't have to tell them that. They don't have
Right.
to know that.
We won't bring it up again.
Yeah. That's
So something that I think is kind of inherently flawed in your question is both the Chinese government and the United States government can legally purchase this data about you from Silicon Valley.
That's what I was going to bring up. That was going to be my point.
So if we ban TikTok, they'll just buy it from data wholesale. Like, what's even the difference?
Yeah, I think it's the it's not an either or, basically. Maybe the government have a little bit more information because of stuff that you have to give them legally, but the fact that anybody can go out and buy this shit is kind of like the real problem.
I think targeting TikTok is just jingoistic nationalism, virtue signaling.
I think it's a political move for sure. Otherwise, they would have. But then again,
that's a positive thing, though. It can be political and be a positive thing. TikTok should be removed.
I don't.
But so should Facebook as well.
I mean, I guess
100%.
Okay.
Zero argument there.
But removing TikTok in isolation is meaningless. It's an empty gesture.
I think it sets a really good precedent. Like, hey,
could be a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
We're not welcoming. We don't, just like they don't fucking welcome our technology. You can't access 90% of the social medias from China, US based social medias from China. So why should we behave any differently? Why should we let them harvest all of our information if Silicon Valley can't harvest their citizens?
Okay. So there's one other thing about this. Like, is it going to make any difference? Is it going to have any effect whatsoever? Just no. So then why don't you give it back to the 13-year-olds to let them play, to record their dance moves and stuff?
So I'm going to switch sides.
Super predatory.
I do think I want TikTok because I like it.
Okay.
But I do think
true journalism. Yeah.
I do think
in a teenager coming out, like
our policy, monetary policy, defense policy against China, like the U.S., in my opinion, does need to be more aware of the national security risk that China poses. Their Belt and Road Initiative, they're establishing dominance economically across the globe. I just don't think TikTok is the way you combat that. I feel like it just feels like a waste of time. It feels like a distraction.
Yeah.
Not TikTok is a waste of time. Banning TikTok is the waste of time.
Okay.
Using TikTok, totally valid use of time.
I cannot take anything you say seriously because you're a TikTok shill.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, no, get it out of here. Get that shit out of here. Get it off 10-year-olds. 10-year-olds are using TikTok. Oh, the policy, the terms of service says you have to be 13 and older. Except.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
No, we're doing nothing to protect the new generation. We're feeding them full of who knows what kind of habits is going to come from TikTok. Because now we have whole genres called therapy talk, fit talk, this and that talk. And it's like you're pushing these kids to start questioning and self-diagnosing themselves with problems that they don't even have. it's like you're creating complex. They're manifesting complexes that they don't have. It's insane.
The one in the UK, I don't know if you've seen this as well. There's big ads about for TikTok all over the place that are saying we've introduced this such and such a privacy measure for like teenagers, and all private messages for under 15s are private by default. They can't be shared or something like this. I don't know what they are. I don't use it. But I found it remarkable that they actually have to go and put these ads out in the first place. Like the fact that they have to put up huge banners in the street that are saying we've solved this massive problem with underage kids that we have is kind of, how did it get to that point? Yikes.
Well, you just reminded me, WhatsApp will sometimes, when you make a call on WhatsApp when you make a call or FaceTime call, it'll like after the call, it'll be like, this call was encrypted with like 120-bit like end to end or whatever. And it's like, you guys telling me that makes me feel like you are listening and it's not encrypted. And that you're fucking encrypting it on the fly in transit.
ET dubs, we weren't listening.
Yeah. We didn't murder any kids during the course of this call. Promise. No kids were harmed.
It's like, when you have to take it to that point, like, I don't trust you. Why would I? Yeah. I just don't trust you at all.
So my last comment will be, well, two things. One, if you take TikTok away from me, I'll have nothing left because I'm already off Facebook and Twitter. Humble brag. But more importantly, I'm almost certainly wrong about TikTok. Like, I'm definitely 100% wrong. It should absolutely be banned. Like, we don't need it. It's terrible for us. It's terrible for the country. It's terrible all around. Nobody should be on TikTok. I agree.
We need to rap about this though. They took TikTok from Texas. That's my first line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Next time we talk about TikTok, Peter will infuse his second terrible rap.
Line number 2.
Line. Okay.
For real.